Hey guys, Ziggy here, back again with another video, because some news has come up in the last few days, superhero stuff, so I thought, I gotta do a video on it. So, what's actually been happening the last few weeks? Well, it's been E3 and all that, and all the game stuff, so they released yesterday, I think it was, Marvel's Avengers, the game. Hey, happy fucking days that we're getting an Avengers game. So they released the trailer. They haven't released any gameplay yet, so you kind of don't know if the footage they showed in the trailer is actually some of the game footage. So it's kind of still waiting on that. But in my opinion, it looks good. It looks exciting. A few people aren't happy with the character designs of the characters. They think they're very basic and they're just not overly happy with the design. But I just say this, the game is not coming out for another year. It's not coming out till May 15th, 2020. So they can still do tweaks and everything. And even if you don't like that design of, let's say, Captain America, and he's got the kind of the riot kind of gear on and stuff like that. If you don't like that design, they are letting you in the game design your character. You can change the look and everything. So it's kind of like, this is our look for him, but you can change it up if you want. If you don't like it, you can. I imagine you can't give him the original Cap costume. I imagine you can make him look like that. It'll be like the Spider-Man PS4 game where you could change the costume of Spider-Man and you could put the upgrades of the different equipment he has. You probably can do that in this game, and it's still a year away, so they're probably still working on stuff. It's probably I can imagine the footage they showed at E3 will look different when the game is actually released. I have a feeling it will. But it looks good. It looks exciting. They've got a good voice actors playing these characters. They got Nolan North, Nathan Drake playing Iron Man. They got Troy Baker playing Bruce Banner. They got, I don't know the names of these voice actors, but they got the voice of Black Widow from the Avengers cartoon show, and they got Thor doing that. And I don't know who's playing Captain America, so let me know in the comments. Yeah, anyway, but it looks good. It's exciting. 2020 release. The other thing about it is, will it? Excuse me. Will it be like a Destiny kind of game where it's all it has a linear storyline, but then the main focus will be on online? I hope not. For me, a good game is the story, the characters, the development of the characters throughout the story. That's what you want. That's why I don't understand why. I mean, it's great when you see a movie being adapted by a game character being turned into a movie, but then you take what I'm what I'm trying to say is the characters, certain characters don't need a film made about them. They don't need it, because the games they tell enough of the story, and they're brilliant at that. Like, take God of War, that story, that character. I mean, yeah, it'd be cool if they made a movie about him, but you don't need it because you're given enough content and detail about this character that you don't need movies made about them. But in certain games, when you have the Avengers, you got the films and everything, you got the comics, you don't want an online game. You don't want just a basic story. You want a proper story. You want proper character development with the characters and everything. So be kind of disappointed if they went down the Destiny kind of anthem route, where they have a storyline, but then it just blows up the multiplayer, the online stuff, and kind of pushes the story to the side. If they did Spider-Man PS4, if they did that, and then they released DLCs of little extra stories that tie into one another, that would be cool. So it is going to be interesting how they deal with the story arc and everything. Fingers crossed they go down the single player campaign story mode instead of the online cluster and all that kind of shit. But I imagine some people would be excited to see an online thing. We can team up. There's 5 characters, so you get 5 of your friends. One of you beats Hulk, Cap, all that, which would be cool. But I'll be more down the narrative storyline. Good game, good storyline, in-depth characters that you care about for the game. That's why Spider-Man PS4 was so good, because there was no online stuff. It was just you play it, you really care about the characters, and you just love it. And that's for me what makes a good game. So yeah, that's Avengers, Marvel's Avengers, Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics game. 5th of May 2020. 15th of May, not the 5th of May, 15th of May. So 2020 release. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. I'm still very excited about it. And what else has been going on in the old superhero thing that we all love? One thing that I wouldn't say I was shocked about, but I was a bit surprised at what the studio did after one episode. It's kind of it's a disgrace, really, in my opinion. Though it's unbelievable, really. I think you all know what I am talking about, and I am, of course, talking about Swamp Thing. After one episode, they have decided to cancel the series, which I just don't understand why they've done it. Reading things that the reason they've done this is because one reason was because of the cost of the show. They didn't realize how much it was going to cost. Was it around the region of 80 million per season? For season 1, they didn't expect it to be that big, and they're like, "Oh, we can't fund 80 million for a TV show each year." I think they expected it to be around, was it 30 million? Someone comment on that and just let me know. I'm trying to look it up right now to see the actual figures. So yeah, so it was the Swamp Thing was awarded 12 million for the maximum, but then it went up to 80 million. So DC were probably like, "Whoa, we're not giving you 80 million for a show," which is kind of strange. You think they'd want to compete with the likes of Disney releasing their streaming service, because they're giving the Mandalorian TV show about 100 million budget, which is crazy. That's a movie budget right there. So that was one of the things. So the budget for the production of something was too large, so they're like, "No, we can't afford that," which is bullshit, really, because they're one of the biggest movie companies in the world. They're probably the closest competitor to Disney. So you think they should be able to fund Swamp Thing. The other was, which I think is more believable, is creative differences. Oh, excuse me, coffee's repeating on me. Oh fuck. Yeah, creative differences. That was the one. That's more believable for me. Um, I can imagine when when was the director. Sorry, no, I should have done research for this because it just sounds like I'm making this shit up. Let's see now. 2 seconds now. I know that they have directors for each different episode, but so the directors was Wes Craven and Jim Warnarski. I'm probably not saying that right, but I think they went down the horror route. They went down the scary. He's like, because he's a monster living in the swamp, and he's gonna protect his swamp from anyone. You know, he's not gonna care who you are. He's not gonna be like, ooh, he's not gonna be. I think they wanted to do. I think Warner Bros. Were expecting them to do like a CW show, like Arrow, The Flash, all of them, where he's like, he's not Swamp Thing. He's just the normal guy. And you watch the show runs for 40 minutes to an hour. You watch it, and you haven't seen Swamp Thing, but then when something bad happens, the last 10-15 minutes of the episode, he somehow turns into the Swamp Thing. But it makes no sense, because that character never does that. He never goes, I just turn off my old Swamp Thing powers and be the human for a bit. It's not like that. He's like a force of nature. He's not a superhero. He doesn't see himself as a superhero. He's not a villain either. But he's not an anti-hero either. He's just protecting, as you say in the comic, he's just protecting the green, as in Mother Nature. He's just protecting that. And he don't care who gets in his way. He wants you out. He doesn't care who you are, what you're doing there. So I think it was that. I don't think Warner Bros. Were happy with the way the directors decided to go with it. But I mean, if it's very frustrating, because I do love DC and I do love the characters, and you're just like, enough's enough. Studio executive people, just leave them do their thing. Yeah, you can have a say, but you can't just be like, no, we're not doing that. We have to do it this way. People won't like that. Yeah, the character might be like that, but we don't want the character to be like that. It's just frustrating times, people. Because like when you cancel a show after one episode, people aren't gonna watch the show after they've heard that, because you'd be like, what's the point if there's not going to be another season that will keep me interested in the show? It's just like, oh, watch it, it ends. And apparently it ends, spoilers, well, it's not really spoilers, but I'll just say it anyway, spoilers. Apparently it ends on a cliffhanger. So literally you're watching the program, and then it just ends on something that's gonna happen in the next season, but then the next season's not gonna come. So it's kind of like a fuck you to your audience. Like, you know, you're saying like, oh yeah, this is how it isn't. Like, it could be like something really massive that happens at the end, and you're just like, I'm never gonna know what happens now, which is kind of shit. So what reason would you have to watch the program if there's not going to be any season 2? That's, I mean, yes, it could. No, not even shows nowadays would just have one season and end. You know, it's either they end because of cancellation, and this is one of them. But it's after one episode. So I can understand if it's like, if you watch the 10 episodes and then it's not getting well received, it's not getting enough viewers, and then you decide to cancel it. But after one episode, you're like, nah, fuck it, I don't want to watch. We're ending this. But like, oh, Jesus Christ, that's a fucking big spider. I mean, it's getting good reviews from people. Like, IGN gave it 8.2, Metacritic gave it 67, Common Sense gave it 3 out of 5. So it is getting good reviews. So I just don't understand why they're doing this. You know, it's frustrating to say the least. But maybe one day DC will. Well, not DC. DC are doing nothing right. It's the head. It's nothing to do with DC. Maybe Warner Bros. Will finally realize, no, we actually have interesting characters, you know, so we can actually give the fans what they want. Yeah, it sounds like a good idea. Again, if someone says that at Warner Bros, they're probably like, get the fuck out of my house. Like, you know, they're just like, no, we can't have that. We have to have this way, this way, this way, this way. You know, it is madness. It is fucking madness, really. What else? What else is happening in the old? Oh god, another fucking long video again. 16 minutes. We'll just do a quick insight to one of the worst received X-Men / superhero movies in recent times, Dark Phoenix. It has not been well received at all by anyone, really. It seems, you know, it's just it's sad to see this, really. 20 years of, well, 19 to 20 years of Fox's take on the X-Men before the rights go back to Disney and all that. I mean, yeah, they've had some really poor films as well. Got the likes of X-Men Origins, The Last Stand, Apocalypse, that isn't, it's kind of hit and miss as well. I'd probably throw the Wolverine in there as well, but it's not the worst, but it's not the best either. But obviously then you got massive hits like the first two, X1, X2, First Class, Days of Future Past, and then Deadpool 1 and 2, and Logan. One of the best ones by far. One of the best superhero films, even if it's not really a superhero film, it's more of a Western take on superhero. It's a great film. But yeah, Dark Phoenix, not looking too good. I'll probably talk more about it in the next one, because this video has gone on for 18 minutes now, and that's very fucking long for people to listen to my voice. So I'll end this one here. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Ziggy Talk, same name as the channel, obviously. And check out my friend Sean Fogarty. He's put up a new video. He's kind of like me, you know. He likes the superhero stuff and everything, and he does like philosophy things and just happiness in general. How people should be all the time. Videos will probably be a bit limited in the next few months, but I'll do my best because I'm going to Canada in 6 days. I'm going to Canada with Sean, so videos will be limited. I might pop up in his videos, he might pop up in mine. We don't know what's going to happen. He'll be doing some vlogging. I might, if there's like the Spider-Man thing, I'll try to do a video on that and stuff like that. But I have to end this one here now. No, it's running to 20 to 20 minutes, guys. So this is gonna take ages to fucking edit. So Thanks so much for watching again. I'll put Sean's channel in the description. Follow me on Instagram. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.